Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are with Dr. Sevban, who is also the doctor of coffee, and now we're going to talk about how he came to this point and what he did in his life. So, how are you?
Fine, and you, Adam?
I'm fine too.
Thank you for your invitation, first of all. I just want to thank you for this kindness and invitation for me.
It's a pleasure. Now, can you tell us about yourself a little?
Yeah, of course. In 1994, I was born in Alanya, and my primary school and high school I was in Alanya. After that, I went to Istanbul in Bezmalem School for my medical doctor education, medicine faculty, and after that I started then for doing the PhD about physiology. I'm in a medical university for now. Generally, my main focus is working about ischemic stroke and treatments, therapies. What can we find about it?
What is that?
What is that? That's a kind of a disease generally we see everywhere. Unfortunately, generally we focus on the vessels, the brain vessels, and if it cannot supply the brain, if it's stuck, it's a problem. And brain tissue might die, and it may depend to some problems, some disorders maybe. So we are trying to find a solution about it. My general focus is about it for myself.
Oh, that's nice. Well, when you started the coffee business, because that's what is really interesting to me, because I wanted actually be a doctor and do some side stuff too, as being a speaker or something. Many people told me that you can't do that because you will be reading medicine. It will be so hard to do that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your coffee thing?
You're exactly. So many people are asking, how can you find the time to do that? It's very hard. And medicine is very hard. Doing PhD is very hard. But I think that when someone turns to a passion, you may find very good times for that. You can spend good times. But about the story, I've got a trademark. It's called the Barista Doctor. I hope after 1 month later, it's gonna be official in Turkey. It's not kind of a company. I'm just getting the trademark. But the story started about 8 years ago, and the founder of the Yaşam Tasarım School, Salih Hoca, and he said to me, and Sevban, I was in a first grade medical school, and he said, just Sevban, go and do something that the people near you that didn't do before. So and coffee was a good idea for me. I was trying some coffees, but I do not have enough information. So I just started to a workshop. I've gone there, and I realized that coffee is a huge area, and when you start to discover, it will never end. So the first point shocked me was about that the huge amount of information and huge amount of coffee you have to discover, you have to try it, and when you experienced it, it will never finish, because every year it's getting more and more and more. So after that, the second point was important for me, because 1 year later he said, come to Yaşam Tasarım and do a presentation about the coffee. And if he hasn't said that to me to make a presentation, most probably I could, it cannot be reached in that way. So, and I prepared a presentation, and I've done a presentation about the coffee history, coffee culture, type of the coffee, and after that it's getting more and more for me. And I've started doing presentations to my friends and to my colleagues and to my professors, and finally, in 8 years later, now I've got a trademark, and I'm doing presentations generally in the congresses, in the conferences, or some activities, some parties, kind of stuff, and it's more than a hobby, of course, but it's still going on, and it's a passion for me.
Oh, that's very nice. Now, the first time I heard about you, they said you were a doctor and you did some coffee. The first thing that I thought was, like, you're a doctor, and I've seen many neurologists talk about caffeine intake and these things.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought maybe you would see how much caffeine you put in the coffee to make people's lives better or health better. Do you look at this type of stuff when you are doing
exactly,
coffee?
exactly. There are so many information. Thank you for your question. The first rule is diversity is very important point. What I mean, that means the diversity, genetically diversity, and any people's caffeine's reaction may different. So when someone drink 1 cup of coffee, it may be okay for per day, but when someone 3 or 4 cup of coffee, it may drink very easily. But when someone, even if 1 cup of coffee, it cannot sleep well. So there is not a direct consumption. I cannot say directly you have to take this amount of the caffeine, but you have to try it, you have to experience it. The first point, I think, is that. So, but of course we know that the caffeine is an important amount, and when you take the caffeine, it's boosting some energy. Yeah, we know the mechanism of that, and especially your thinking skills is generally boosting in first step. So generally in doctors and many people is using not to sleep, using the caffeine not to sleep, but also it's very good news about the coffee, because it's there. The scientists are finding protection from some diseases, some liver diseases, some brain diseases. The coffee's effect about the protection of the diseases. So it's a good idea because of it. But as I said, the first, I cannot say direct consumption. It will change, depends on the people's.